Statistics show that China has about 150,000 mines of all sizes. It covers millions of hectares. As time goes by, more and more mines have been abandoned because of the exhaustion of resources. These mines take up more than just land. Moreover, collapse may occur at any time, causing serious damage to the ecological environment. The country started a project to harness abandoned mines. And during the governance, the Chinese came up with another clever idea. Make it another source of clean energy. Located in Huainan Panji District Nitown area. It used to be a village of thousands of people. But in recent years, with the local coal resources continue to mining, the whole village gradually sank into a deep pit. Plus the continuous irrigation of muddy water nearby. The village has turned into a lake more than 10 meters deep and covering an area of about 6,000 mu. It was a mining disaster, but after many years of staff transformation, the world's largest floating photovoltaic power station was born here. The floating solar power station covers an area of about 1,400 mu. The total installed capacity is 40 megawatts and is divided into 16 generating units. Sheets of photovoltaic panels float on the broad water. The underside is supported by multiple gray plastic buoyancy tanks, like a manship. But there are also thousands of concrete and steel engineering piles under the pontoon, specially used to fix the position of the buoyancy tank, according to the engineer. During construction, each engineering pile position is designed and positioned by GPS. And then based on the flatness of the entire bottom and the weight of the solar panel, to determine the diameter and length of the engineering pile. Cables were also used to connect the piles. The result is a spectacular array of photovoltaic power. These squares are very durable. It can withstand force 8 winds and has a service life of 25 years. And there's another benefit to water solar power. We think that the hotter the weather is, the more efficient the solar power will be. In fact, the efficiency of photovoltaic power generation mainly depends on the length of light. High temperatures affect the efficiency of electricity generation. And water solar power plants because the water surface temperature is lower. It can absorb just a little of the heat, but it can improve the overall efficiency of the electricity generation. Moreover, solar panels on the water's surface produce little dust. It also improves the overall efficiency of electricity generation. Because the lake environment is special. The power station built in China comprises 2 main parts. The first is the photovoltaic system, and the second is the water surface auxiliary equipment. Photovoltaic power station hardware components for photovoltaic panels. Confluence box, inverter equipment, transformed, polyethylene floating body shelf, etc. The water surface used is divided into reservoirs according to different depths. Small lakes, reservoirs and reservoirs. When the water level is not higher than 3 meters, the water surface is prone to fluctuations due to the influence of wind. It will adopt the method of pile foundation fixation. When the water bottom is more than 3 meters and relatively flat, the runoff is relatively stable. Photovoltaic panels float directly on the water. The rest of the irregular bottom is fixed with stakes and brackets. Finally, ensure the normal operation of the entire water solar power plant. In addition, the reservoir can control the flow of water. If there is more rain, crews will drain the lake. In a drought, water is pumped upward, always keeping the water level in a fixed position. Compared with traditional photovoltaic power stations, water power stations have another difficulty. Because of the humidity, the wind and waves, and the corrosive nature of the lake. Therefore, the equipment needs to be waterproof, anti-corrosion and anti-aging. For this reason, China has specially built photovoltaic panels adapted to the water surface. Double glass components with better reliability are adopted. The unit is highly resistant to moisture and corrosion. The electrical equipment has the dustproof and waterproof ability of IP67. It can not only adapt to the local environment but also greatly improve the mission life of the equipment. Traditional photovoltaic panels have a lifespan of only about 5 years. Water photovoltaic panels can last up to 25 years. In fact, water photovoltaic power station is not only the treatment of the mine so simple. Compared with traditional photovoltaic power stations, it is more resource efficient. Water photovoltaic does not need to build a bracket, no need to dig cable trench. Ground excavation has been greatly reduced. Photovoltaic panels covering the water's surface can also slow evaporation. Effective protection of water resources. In some areas where land resources are limited, and development is difficult, developing water photovoltaic projects is a good choice. For example, Japan, a small country, is currently developing offshore photovoltaic power stations. China is a big energy consumer. The annual energy consumption is also a staggering figure. Abandoned mines can do so to resupply mankind with a continuous supply of energy. No one would have thought of an ugly puddle. It turns into a hydropower base in a blink of an eye. At present, all over the country is vigorously building water photovoltaic power stations. Let more abandoned mines return to humanity in another way.